Good evening, everybody. How y'all doing this fine Sunday evening? Ace, what's up? See, you were having some fun with yourself before others came along. Rare, Beth, why the Lasai? Why the Lasai? I know that's redundant. Why the sigh? It'd be more appropriate to ask, why Lasai? Ah. Well, I am both I feel shame for probably helping that drive that just a tiny bit. And also elated because Mystery loves company. The cops have found you. At least compared to other gacha games, if you're addicted to this, you're probably still not spending like money. Like there's some people that are addicted and they end up spending like hundreds of dollars. Not that this game doesn't deserve to be a game you put some amount of money into. I think this would, if I had paid $60 for this game, I would be very pleased with the results. But again, you don't want to be like, oops, spent $300 on getting Genshin Impact wishes. That's one way to make sure that you just don't leave it in the budget. It's not in my budget either. That's gonna do it. Is that rare? Rare, hold on. I want to finish this quest that I'm in. After quests, then we grind. Or at least this act of the quest. I don't know how long the quest itself takes. But I know that I have to finish this quest in order to be able to play Klee's story. I think it's Klee's story, because I have 3 keys that I need to use, because they're just sitting there, not being used, and it's a waste.
If we do not make contact with the Dark Knight hero soon...
What are we to do about the Abyss Order's challenge?
Ah, it's you two. I must admit, this issue of the Dark Knight hero is proving to be something of a headache. We've just held a meeting to decide on an appropriate course of action. Can you guess what it is?
Bury our heads firmly in the join forces with the Dark Knight hero.
No, that would send a signal that the Knights are in favor of the Dark Knight's hero's continued presence in our city, which we are not. Encouraging this kind of individual heroism undermines the Knight's authority.
So does not doing anything.
Oh, well, what's the plan then?
Find out the Dark Knight hero's true identity and offer him our protection.
Okay, so for those that haven't played this and don't mind a little bit of spoilerage, otherwise if you want to mute me for like 10 seconds, you can do so. It's not very complex. It's going to go by pretty quick. But the way this story started with there being like a Batman essentially going about the city, and who it is pretty obvious. I won't say who it is, but it's pretty obvious. So now the Abyss Order is threatening to attack Mondstadt unless he comes and meets their challenge to reveal his identity to the world, essentially. And now the Knights are in this position where they're like, well, we need to protect the city, but we don't want to be seen as aiding this vigilantism sort of thing. Yo, what's up, Peter? Yeah, I've been using Jean a lot. It's just better than the MC. Although I'm not dropping the main character entirely, just I'm really enjoying playing with Jean's character right now. And she was for somebody who's like a lower level than a lot of the people that I joined in like the multiplayer stuff with, she's a fantastic support character because her powers offer good damage stacking capabilities with everyone else's elements, because that's what Wind just seems to have, that that sort of component to it. And her ultimate, which is pretty quick to charge, is a great healing, it's great healing. So I don't have to necessarily be super powerful to really help the group out. And I think that's where I need to be as my, like, where I'm settling in right now as, my role until I can get a bit higher in level. Batman is a lie. Yo, Guy, what's up, dude? Long time no see. Hope you and your fam been doing good. I guess it actually hasn't been that long. We were talking in Ninja Chat. What was that, like a week ago or something like that? Yeah, I guess it wasn't that long. Still, I haven't been able to be at Ninja Chat much just because he's playing Age of Calamity and I don't want to get that spoiled for me, so I just go and leave my like and then I'm out. So I guess I'm used to talking to you a lot more often. Wow, that fucking sucks. Is your bank able to was it your debit card or your credit card? Because even with your debit card, most banks should reimburse you for that. You have to go through like the annoying steps, right? And you might not have it for a while, which I guess is the big problem, especially if, this money was set aside for X and Y bills, and now I'm not going to be able to pay them on time because that, But as long as you're able to get it back eventually, it'll be okay. Hey, Peter! That's the type of spoilerage I do not want to know. Hey, Lugia, what's up, dude? Yep, Apollo Justice is on Friday. We're going to try to keep the Ace Attorneys mostly to Tuesdays and Fridays. Every once in a while, it might be Sunday and Tuesdays. Especially on days where I have to make the member stuff on Fridays, because that seems to work out best for the member stream for availability. But yeah, I don't ever want to do them back to back. As long as there's like at least a day in between, then I think we're fine. Right, so there's the bill, and yeah, that's going to be a problem. That sucks. Just fucking douchebags out there. I've had that happen to me 3 times. Now, 2 of the times, I bank with, one of my banks is BMO Harris, and they are very overly cautious. I've had them freeze me out of my own account before because which they thought something I was doing was suspicious. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'd rather you be too suspicious than not doing anything about it until I call, which is kind of what my other bank does. So I've never had too much taken where it was like became a huge problem, thankfully. But it took me a while to figure out that 2 of the times it happened right after I used one gas station that I don't really ever use because it's kind of busy and poorly located. It's a bad intersection in terms of like how many cars go in and out, trying to get out of it once you're done. It's a pain in the ass, so I don't ever go there. But when I've been forced to go the last 2 times, each time, hey, your credit card info got stolen. You don't say. Could there be a card reader at this particular gas station? So I haven't been back there and I haven't lost my card info since then. I don't because like a bunch of people apparently like in my neighborhood at the time had their stuff stolen and we're all like, hey, it's probably this place. And they're still in business. And I'm like, how? you should be punished if you're not maintaining, like, even if they're not the people that set it up, because it could be some, you know, stranger coming in and setting up those readers. You got to do a better job as a business to make sure that your customers' information isn't being stolen. Tried to steal your PSN account? Well, how are you alerted? Did you get like an email? That sucks. Then they just like buy a bunch of shit, right? And then get, yeah, that sucks. Are there any local protections on any potential evictions because of the current pandemic, do you know, in your area? Use cash or use credit cards, because credit cards are a lot easier to dispute stuff and get stuff reinstated, and they're generally faster about it than banks and debit cards. So yeah, I agree with Peter there with that one caveat. I think credit cards are generally okay too, because credit cards usually are able to resolve the situations faster. Hey Sarah, what's up? Yeah, who was that? Was that who posted that in the Discord? Like first person view, and they got the fork and the knife and Paimon emergency. No, did they just allow you to keep the money? Serves them right. Oh, I never put money into my PSN account unless I'm ready to buy something, and it puts it in, and then it, you know, charges it right away. Oh god, that sucks. All the streaming services just gone for several days. I don't know what wouldn't know what to do with myself. Yeah, it's definitely safer than debit cards. I have been breathing, by the way. Well, I hope that gets resolved soon. Oof. That sucks. Jesus, guy, you've had some, like, bad stuff that I never even thought would happen to somebody happen to you before. That is awful. Well, yeah, hopefully that gets resolved soon. I would look to see if there are any state emergency orders that have been put in place regarding evictions during the pandemic, because they might not be able to evict you even if you're late on rent. I know they had it here for a while. I'm not sure if they still do, but they did temporarily. What else was I gonna say? I had something else I was gonna say. Can't remember. But yeah, I told you guys this. My the only time I've had an account stolen from me, at least that I can remember, was I had an eBay account stolen, but my eBay account got stolen, but the cards that I had on file were expired. So they still made purchases off of their own card and had it sent to them under my name. And I'm like, unless you're like trying to buy drugs from eBay or something, like something illegal, but then eBay wouldn't allow it. What are you doing? What was the point? You could do that with your own card and name. Oh, just remember talking to the representative, and we're both like, yeah, this is weird. Why would they do this? eBay has like really good customer service though. They were very friendly and quick to help me resolve the situation. Yeah, you can sue people for stealing accounts. So they'd face criminal charges, and you can file civil charges, several different types of civil charges. The issue with suing people for money is that a lot of times it's not worth it unless you know you can get money from these people. So like a lot of people, they'll just they'll say, well, that's just a loss of time or whatever that I'm not going to get back. So as long as the criminal justice system takes care of them and punishes them, then I'm okay with it. Because if I sue them, I might get a judgment, but that doesn't mean I'm ever going to actually get any money. Like that's a problem, especially if they're nowhere near you, because then you have to have something enforced across state lines or country lines even.
Protection? He seems to be doing just fine without your protection so far, you know.
He's a professional, he has to be rare. Oh, on Wish? But that's weird. So they bought stuff but had it sent to you? Doesn't that like defeat the purpose of... Were they like the Wish people that were selling and they're like, I'm gonna steal this card so that somebody buys my shit? They'll still get it though. That's very weird. That's very weird. And that's a weird, guy, because from what I had always heard, now obviously this is just what I've heard secondhand, so this could be just ignorant information. But I always heard that Alaska tried to provide a lot of people with incentive to move up there because it's not a very populated place and it's kind of hard to convince people to go live in that climate with the way the night and day will work at times. So it's odd to me that they're so anal when it comes to that. Yeah, you actually have to win the lawsuit in order to get tons of money. Ah, okay. So that's interesting because in that situation, you know it's somebody around you, right? Or at least they have a connection. Yo, what's up, Anthony? That's bold. That is a bold decision.
Well, since you've aided the Knights in the past, I might as well just tell you. The offer of protection is just a ruse in order for the Knights of Favonius to take over full and exclusive responsibility for this matter.
You aren't gonna let the Dark Knight hero be all heroic and stuff? Why not?
He's clearly better than you guys.
Firstly, to show the might of the Knights of Favonius, to prove to the people that without the Dark Knight hero, they can still rely on the Knights to maintain peace and harmony. Secondly, the Abyss Order have no mercy in their hearts. If anything happened to the Dark Knight hero, it would only serve to further their nefarious ambitions.
Gosh, Paimon never knew the life of a knight involved so much untold anguish before.
He is right.
But none of this will work if we don't establish the Dark Knight hero's true identity in time.
There's no need to despair, Huffman. Just follow my plan, and everything will be fine.
Captain Kaya.
Lately, Master Diluc has been working the bar at the Angel's Share every night. All I need you to do is keep him in your sight. Think you can manage that for me?
Kaya knows who it is.
Yes, Captain Kaya. But does that mean that Master Diluc is the Dark Knight hero?
Who knows? It's just a hunch. I've been known to be wrong on occasion.
On occasion.
Wow. Paimon feels we saw a whole new side of the Knights of Favonius today. But Paimon doesn't understand. How is Kaya so sure he knows who the Dark Knight hero is? We need to get to the winery and tell Master Diluc as soon as Paimonly possible.
Paimonly possible. Nice. Yo, what's up? You know what? Legal stuff. Legal stuff. Yeah, I told Rare to just hold on until I get through Act 1 of this. I'm gonna get through Act 1 of this quest, and then we can do grind and stuff. I just want to get through Act 1 so that whenever I want, I can activate Klee's quest, because I'm tired of being stuck at 3 story keys. I mean, litigation after litigation is expensive, though. At some point, it's not worth it. That sucks. Well, you do so much for your family. I would really hope that your family would be there for you in your time of need. Woo, Huskies. Woo, Huskies are good doggos. I wish I could have a Husky, but apparently when we were researching dogs, they are one of the worst dogs to have if you're allergic to dogs. So I was like, fuck. I just can't do it. It sucks, because they seemed like they would be really cool to have and raise. Yeah. They just kept that line, and now it's just kind of a weird arbitrary threshold that doesn't really serve to do anything, because the practical implications haven't really been followed up on at all. But I mean, I guess there's the practical barrier of the cost. It costs money to bring lawsuits. It costs money to hire attorneys. You know, you'll have to take time out of your day, because court hearings will generally only happen during work hours for people that work first shift. So if you work first shift, you might have to miss part of a day of work, and that's money that you've missed out on. Yeah, I had no idea they were such shedders. The Keymaster? Oh, the Keymaster. I know what you're talking about. Well, I guess good that you found out then as opposed to later.
Master Diluc, Paimon has something important to tell you.
He already knows.
Yes, about Kaya.
Why do we even bother?
I should have known he would see this as the perfect opportunity to get back at me.
Get back at you?
Sounds like there's a bit of bad blood between you guys then.
I shan't get into that now. More importantly, the Knights of Favonius are responding more or less as I had anticipated. All we need to do now is think of a counter plan.
Steer clear of the tavern, for starters.
That won't work. It will only arouse the Knights' suspicion if I don't show up as they're expecting. That's what Kaya is counting on.
So what are we gonna do?
Patience. Let me think for a moment. If they intend to monitor me, then so be it. We can use this to create the perfect alibi.
What's an alabla?
An alabla?
Bye.
So he's gonna have me do all the work now.
If you want to find out, maybe you can do me a small favor first.
Defend Mondstadt against the Abyss army.
Oh, come on. Why do you love cliffhangers so much?
Paimon, always saying what we're thinking.
In Mondstadt, mist flowers are most commonly found in a region just northwest of the winery. If you could gather some for me, I'd be most grateful. I will make other preparations here in the meantime.
How many do I need? I think I have some. Oh, that's mint. Maybe I don't have any. Are mist flowers the ones that are like frozen? I'm not sure I have any. That doesn't seem right. See what happens when I try to get them some.
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
That's the thing, though. She's not a silent protag, and I almost wish the game wouldn't treat her like that. Because if you go and listen to the voiceovers in her character, like, she has a lot of personality. She's not meant to just be generic whatever you think. Her and Paimon have some really funny interactions.
So here in Mondstadt, alchemy is practiced out on the streets?
Is that so strange?
In many of the worlds I've been to in the past, alchemy has always been a secretive art. Watching alchemy being practiced as a part of daily life is like being in a world where people all have 3 stomachs.
Paimon thinks only having one stomach is weird.
Are you serious?
What do you think?
Yeah, like, I wish they would actually just give her that personality in the actual interactions with characters that happen in cutscenes, as opposed to just behind the scenes sort of stuff. She has it, so why not?
I do hope the Knights of Favonius are all working hard.
Voice is cute, and it really fits her personality too. Like, which she has. Just the game almost doesn't want you to know about it. Is that all Byleth? What Byleth is like? Having your pet allergic to you, huh? That would be a weird, very unfortunate circumstance. Like misspelled flowers, yeah. They're just northwest, right? Oh, I thought it was weird that all of a sudden... Wait. No, she did have a voice. It was in the opening scene. So it's not that she had a voice actor, they just didn't do much. I did think it was weird that if you went and read her lines, like before that last update, there would be no actual talking between them. You just read what they say and that's that. And then they just kind of added it and I'm like, oh shit. You can contradict yourself by talking to people? Ugh. Hey, Kamui Throne. Cliffhanger should be illegal. Yeah, that's what I've heard, Guy. Like, I think, and I'm already used to having big dogs, so that'd be fine for me. But I think, how many pounds is your husky, Beth? Having a father somewhat allergic to sunlight? That sucks. I've heard of that, and that seemed like awful. Or somebody was talking about how their friend was allergic to water. Like if it gets on their skin, it burns. And I'm like, oh, that's unfortunate. How do you shower? Or be in the rain. Every rain is acid rain for you. It depends on the cliffhangers. Some cliffhangers I think could be really good, and others are just blah. Oh, that sucks. I thought it had been released. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear that. Hey, Miss Flowers. Hey, a bunch of them. Cool. Cool. So,